Hi, Steph. Can you do a video on borderline personality disorder versus premenstrual dysphoric disorder? I'm confused with what my girlfriend might have.
Welcome to the What's Eating You podcast. I'm your host, Stephanie Giorgio, and I'm a clinical psychologist.
Welcome back to today's episode. We are going to break down a mood disorder and a personality disorder. I'm going to use BPD for short for borderline personality disorder and PMDD for short for premenstrual dysphoric disorder. Firstly, I want to thank you for submitting your questions, for all your comments, your likes, your shares, and your saves on both Instagram and TikTok, and even my new YouTube fam. Thank you for being here. I hope you are enjoying the podcast. Let's start by defining what is BPD and what is PMDD. PMDD, premenstrual dysphoric disorder, is a severe form of PMS. It affects around 5 to 8% of menstruating women and is tied to hormonal changes, especially in the luteal phase, the week or two before your period starts. So basically, you get these symptoms at the same time every month, and you need to be able to prove that this is a reoccurring thing. The symptoms include mood swings, irritability or rage, anxiety, fatigue, sensitivity to rejection, physical symptoms like bloating or joint pain. Now, the key criteria is that these symptoms usually disappear a few days after your period starts. With borderline personality disorder, this is a severe mental health personality disorder. It's characterized by intense or unstable relationships, a fear of abandonment, rapid mood swings, chronic feelings of emptiness, impulsivity, self-harm behaviors or suicidal ideation, and identity disturbance, not really knowing who you are. BPD is thought to be influenced by a combination of genetics, early attachment trauma, and neurobiological differences. It doesn't follow a cyclical pattern like PMDD. Can you have both?
Do you ever get the thought that you're a bad mum? If so, you're not alone. Many women with ADHD often criticize themselves and have a really strong demanding part in their brain. This is why I created ADHD Journey, to help you learn, grow, and transform the way you think about yourself and your life. It's an online course and community with short, realistic strategies you can actually follow through on. No shame and no pressure. Use the code ADHDVIP at the checkout to get 50% off your first month. Doors open really soon, so don't miss out. The link is below.
Yes, you can. Now, on the surface, these two disorders can look similar. Both can involve mood swings, anger, irritability, and difficulty regulating emotions. Both can include sensitivity to rejection or feeling easily triggered in relationships. Both can lead people to question their sense of identity or feel like they're going crazy. But the key difference between PMDD and borderline is timing and predictability. PMDD symptoms are cyclical and they go away when the person starts menstruating. They reliably show up in the luteal phase and vanish with menstruation. That pattern really matters. If you're tracking your mood and you notice you only feel this way for 1 to 2 weeks every month, PMDD could be the cause. Borderline personality symptoms are persistent and often tied to interpersonal triggers. They don't just go away because your period starts. And it's really important, if you have BPD, to get group dialectical behavior therapy, because it doesn't just go away and it actually can get worse if you don't get help for it. What causes these disorders? PMDD is not a hormone imbalance, but a sensitivity to normal hormonal fluctuations, especially estrogen and progesterone. Some women are more sensitive at the level of the nervous system. Think of it like an allergy to your own hormones. BPD, on the other hand, is often rooted in early childhood trauma, neglect, invalidation, or growing up in a high conflict or emotionally inconsistent household. This is why the person has difficulty knowing who they are, because growing up, it was too chaotic and dangerous to figure it out. The nervous system learns to be on guard, to mistrust, and to brace for emotional abandonment. Over time, this can hardwire patterns of dysregulation and fear of abandonment. So, how do you know the difference and what can you do about it? And for the person who submitted this question, you're only really going to know what your partner chooses to tell you. If you're going through this or think you might be going through this, you can start mood tracking. Apps like Me versus PMDD or Clue can help you track symptoms across your cycle. Do the rage, crying, depression, and impulsivity only happen in the 1 to 2 weeks before your period? Or do they vanish once your period starts? That's a clue. Number 2 is get a thorough assessment. A clinical psychologist, a GP, or psychiatrist with expertise in this area can help differentiate between the two. For PMDD, a menstrual mood chart is the gold standard. For BPD, clinical interviews and validated questionnaires are used, but this can also take time to diagnose and assess. What's the treatment options? For PMDD, people might find medication useful. SSRIs like fluoxetine during the luteal phase can help some people. Hormonal treatments like the pill, but not everyone needs to go down this pathway. Many lifestyle strategies can help, like reducing alcohol and implementing supplementation and exercise to your life. Cognitive behavioral therapy, so preparing for PMDD symptoms, knowing that your thoughts are not facts at that time, and not making any big decisions during that time is really important as well. Nervous system work can also help for PMDD, deep belly breathing, meditation, and massage. For BPD, dialectical behavior therapy is fantastic because that aims to target the 4 areas of difficulty in BPD, such as emotion dysregulation, behavioral dysregulation, unhelpful thinking patterns, and interpersonal challenges. DBT has 4 core modules such as mindfulness, distress tolerance, interpersonal effectiveness, and emotion regulation. Now, the last part is your nervous system. This is really your healing ground. If your nervous system has been on high alert for most of your life, whether due to trauma or hormone sensitivity, learning to regulate it can be a game changer. Some polyvagal-based techniques, and for those who are wondering, the polyvagus nerve is basically a nerve going all the way from your brain to your gut. And we can activate the polyvagal nerve with techniques. Nerve toning through humming, chanting, or gargling. Cold exposure, like splashing your face with cold water. Safe social connection, eye contact, and co-regulation. Breathwork, specifically focusing on the long exhales. Movement, yoga, dancing, and shaking. All these techniques help signal to your body that I'm safe now. If you're navigating this emotional storm, there's a book you might find useful called It Didn't Start With You by Mark Wallen. This book explores how inherited family trauma and generational patterns shaped our emotional world. So whether you're struggling with BPD, PMDD, or both, it's a validating, eye-opening read. If you've ever felt that your emotions are too much or that you're too sensitive or broken, please hear this. You're not broken. You are responding to something. Maybe your cycle, maybe your history, or maybe both. You deserve care, clarity, and support. If this episode helped you, please share it with a friend or send it to someone you think might benefit from it. That way we get the podcast episode out to more people and we can help make a bigger impact together. I really love recording these episodes, but what keeps the episodes going is knowing how you're finding it. So please leave a rating, leave a review. It only takes 30 seconds and it can make a world of difference. I'm really grateful for your time today, and I'm very appreciative that you're here. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Did you know by taking 2 seconds to leave a rating or a review, you help me get the podcast out to more listeners just like you who could really benefit from the information? I appreciate all your support and thank you for tuning in.